morning, everyone. Welcome back to Preschool Storytime. Today we are talking about the letter O, and we're going to do a different welcome song because I want to incorporate the letter O. So we're going to do open them, shut them, because open starts with the O sound. Open them, shut them, open them, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open them, shut them, open them, shut them. Place them in your lap, lap, lap. Good job, guys. All right, we're going to move on. First, we're not going to do a story first today. We're going to do a little activity with a barn. We just talked about opening, so we're going to open the doors and see what's inside. Open up the barn door, the spring goes boink. There's a pig in the barn saying oink, oink, oink. Open up the barn door before the clock strikes 2. There's a cow in the barn saying moo, moo, moo. Open up the barn door. It's a sunny day. There's a horse in the barn saying neigh, neigh, neigh. What do you think will be next? What animals, what other farm animals haven't we talked about yet? Open up the barn door singing tra-la-la. There's a sheep in the barn saying ba, ba, ba. Open up the barn door while the sky is blue. There's a rooster in the barn saying cock-a-doodle-doo. All right, there's one more. Do you have any guesses as to what it is? Let's see if we can guess. Open up the barn door and don't get off track. What animal noise rhymes with track? There's a duck in the barn saying quack, quack, quack. All right, now we have our first book today. And our book is about an animal whose name starts with the letter O. And this is actually my favorite animal. This is about an otter. This is The Otter Who Loved to Hold Hands. And this is by Heidi and Daniel Howarth. The Otter Who Loved to Hold Hands. Every night when they go to sleep, Otto's family hold hands so they don't drift apart. And every morning when they wake up, they all let go again, except for little Otto. Otto worried about swimming. He worried about diving, and he worried about getting lost. But most of all, he worried about being alone. Every morning, Mom said, "Please let go, Otto. I can't do anything with you holding my hand." But Otto shook his head. He didn't want to let go. "I can't swim on my own," he squealed, clinging on to Mom. He knew he would float, but letting go was still scary. What if he drifted off to sea? "You can do it," Mom said gently, but Otto shook his head. He didn't want to let go. The other cubs enjoyed playing, chasing, and splashing. Otto wanted to join in, but he just couldn't let go of Mom and Dad. "Go and play," said Dad. "I'll watch you from here." But Otto shook his head. He didn't want to let go. "I'm scared," Otto cried. "Don't let go," Otto begged as Mom tried to open an oyster shell. "I'm still right here," Mom sighed, but Otto had to hold on. Mom and the shell bobbed and rocked as Otto clung to her. When Mom finally opened the oyster shell, Otto saw a beautiful shiny pearl gleaming inside it. "It's amazing," Otto said. "Ooh, look, there's an otter inside, just like me." Otto reached out to the little otter in the pearl, and before he knew it, he was holding the beautiful pearl in both his hands. Otto saw a happy otter floating all by himself, and he realized it was him. See how he sees his reflection in the pearl? "We're so proud of you," Mom said. "Well done." "Otto," Dad said. "I let go," Otto cried. "I'm floating on my own, and I'm fine." "Hooray! Come and play with us," called the other little otters. So now, every day, Otto splashes and swims and plays with his friends. He's a very happy little otter. But he still looks forward to nighttime, when he and his family hold hands as they drift off to sleep. The end. That was a nice story, wasn't it? Sometimes we're scared to do things by ourselves, but we have to learn how to do things on our own as we get older. And it's really important that we try new things because sometimes it opens up opportunities for things that we like to do. Oh, right. Now we're going to sing. No, we're not going to sing. We're going to do a little rhyme about another sea animal that starts with O, and that is an octopus. So I'm going to show you how it goes, and then we'll do it together. An octopus is sleeping at the bottom of the sea. Her eyes are closed up tightly so she can't see you or me. But if she senses danger, her eyes will open wide. Then she'll quickly swim away, back to her den to hide. You guys think you can do that with me? We're going to try it again. Are you ready? An octopus is sleeping at the bottom of the sea. Her eyes are closed up tightly so she can't see you or me. But if she senses danger, her eyes will open wide. Then she'll quickly swim away, back to her den to hide. All right. Now we have a book about an octopus as well. And this is actually based off of a true story. So you might learn a thing or two about octopuses, or octopi, or octopodes in this book. So this is Inky the Octopus, and it's written by Aaron Gwendelsberger, and the art is by David Leonard. So this is Inky. Let's see what he gets into. Do you see his tentacles sticking out? Inky the Octopus. I live in a world of see-through walls, in a tank with a locked-down lid. I'm fed like a king 3 meals a day of lobster, shrimp, and squid. I know I have a good life and should want for nothing more, but something tugs at my curious heart that I simply can't ignore. Out of this tank I must be free. I must explore the open sea. I've always liked 8-arm charades and seaweed hide and seek. I've had fun playing gravel hockey and tentacle tag each week. But I long to see a brand new world of plants and rocks and fish. Discovering things I've never known has become my only wish. Out of this tank I must break free. I hear the ocean calling me. What is this? Tonight it seems my tank lid is ajar. This could be my one chance for change. Dare I hope that far? I tell my tank mate Blotchy we should bid our tank adieu. I tell him we'll be happier exploring someplace new. Blotchy says he'd rather stay within his comfy home. He doesn't feel the pull to see the far and great unknown. And so this quest I must take on is one I'll take alone. I'll be a solo traveler when I set off to roam. Out of this tank I must break free. My heart flies to the open sea. Here I go, to the top of the tank. I slide one arm outside. The air in the room feels dry and cool. The space feels free and wide. I lift through arms 2, 3, and 4. Next, 5, 6, 7, 8. My head is last, and then I'm sliding down the tank's glass plate. The floor feels strange beneath me. Odd noises fill the room. The air smells different from my tank. It's freedom in full bloom. I sneak across the rough wood floor as fast as I can go. My 8 arms latch and then release. My sense of excitement grows. But can I leave my life, my friends, and all I've ever known? My hearts say, yes, today's the day to strike out on my own. Look, he's escaping through a drain in the floor. The sea lies just ahead of me, so in and down I dive. I'm falling fast toward what's to come. I've never felt so alive. I plunge, I swim, I breathe, I whirl, I float, I spin, I glide. I'll follow my heart wherever it leads. I'll travel far and wide. Out of my tank, at last I'm free. Long may I journey the splendid sea. And this is the actual true story about Inky's escape. So this is what Inky actually looked like. And he did get out. It says he was based off of an octopus who escaped from the National Aquarium of New Zealand in 2016. And then he got out again, I believe. Yes. And we don't know where he ended up. But hopefully he's happily swimming in the ocean. But he actually did get out through a drain hole, and the drain hole was only 6 inches wide, which is not very big. I want to say that's probably about that big, if that. And this big octopus got out through that. It's pretty cool. They're actually contortionists. It says they're able to pass through openings as small as a coin. So imagine a full-size octopus getting out through a hole about that big. Crazy. And this tells about some other odd octopuses. So if you ever want to read this book, and then there's some interesting things about squids and octopuses. So cool. Really great resource if you ever want to read this and look through some of the other information. If you're really interested in sea animals or octopus, this is a great book, Inky the Octopus, for information on that. And a great story. All right. So the last thing we have to do today is to show you our craft. And we've been talking about octopodes. And your craft is an octopus. Yours is not going to turn out quite like this because I made these before I decided I wanted to make it so that they could fit inside of a binder. So you're going to get an O, but your O is probably about this big. And then you'll get the blue background. You'll get your 8 purple legs, and then you'll get the circles for the eyeballs. So all you want to do is just put your O, glue it or tape it, but make sure the edges are able to come up a little bit. The edges like here are able to come up a little bit. But you want to glue or tape that to the blue background. And then you're going to fold your legs up like an accordion, just like this. So they have a little life to them. And then you'll stick each one under the edge here. And you'll stick all 8 legs in, and then you have to make the pupils for your eyeballs and stick those on where you want it. And then you can even decorate it if you want to put polka dots on the body, or you want to draw the suction cup on the tentacles, however you want to do that. But that is your O craft, and all you need for that is just paper. So those craft packets are available through the end of today, but if you don't have a chance to grab one, like I said, you can just make it out of paper. It's pretty simple. And I hope that you guys do get a chance to grab those and make your letters. So next we just have the goodbye song. Today's story time is flying by. If you guys are ready to do the goodbye song, stand up with me. I'm going to back this up so you can see all of me. And we're going to do the slow version and then the fast version. Tickle the clouds, tickle your toes, turn around and tickle your nose. Reach down low, reach up high. Story time's over, so wave goodbye. I hope you guys have had an awesome week. I'll see you next week where we will talk about P, and we will also be talking a little bit about Christmas as well. So have a good weekend.